Swedish ducks are being a pain in the ass.
Okay, folks. Yeah, it's been a while since I did an update video and had some medical issues that took me out for a while. I talk about those a little bit first. Yeah, I was in the hospital for 4 days, um, and I was sick for a whole full week before that. I I don't know, I started feeling achy and not very good, and so I started taking it a little bit easy and went to bed that night, and then woke up next morning. I was really sore and I had a fever and like 102 or something. I was so I didn't know what was going on. I was sick with something, and you know, tried to take care of it myself. But I noticed that all of a sudden my left leg was burning. My left calf was burning, and it was red, and the fever would come and go, and I just was feeling like crap. And so on Thursday, not last Thursday, but Thursday a little bit ago, and I went to see my doctor, but I didn't get to see my doctor. I got to see my his nurse practitioner, and she came in there and started chewing me out because my A1C was high. My last A1C. You know, if you have diabetes, you know what A1C. Some of you other people know what that is. It's a blood. They draw your blood and they find out how your blood sugar's been doing for a while. My A1C was high, so she was chewing me out, and I said, "Well, I'm here for my leg," and she goes, "Well, that's just because you got diabetes and your blood sugar's high." And I said, "Well, I had a fever and all that." She goes, "Oh, I probably had COVID." So she tested me for COVID, and then treated me for COVID, but didn't have COVID. The test results came out back negative for COVID, and so I just okay. You know, she gave me an injection of steroids and some kind of antibiotic injection, and well, 2 days later, I was in pain and still had a fever. So I like, let me go to another doctor. So I went to the acute care clinic in Eufaula, and you know they did all the vital sign thing with the nurse, and then a practitioner came in there, and I rolled my pant leg up, and she goes, "You need to go to the emergency room right now," and then she just left the room. But at least she actually looked at my leg. See, the other doctor, the nurse practitioner from my doctor, didn't even really look at me. She glanced at it and just assumed that it swelled. When I showed her my other leg, I said, "My legs aren't swelling from diabetes." But she didn't want anything. So I'm kind of mad at that practitioner. I ended up in the hospital 4 days. I was hooked up to all kinds of tubes and heart monitors they had on me, all these wires all over my chest, little sticky things, you know, and then the buttons that stick into them and the wires that go to the machine. I was getting antibiotics and one right after another while I was in the hospital. And finally, the doctor came and saw me on Monday. I went on Friday. Doctor came and saw me on Monday. I said, "I'll let you go tomorrow." So the next morning, about right about noon, my wife come pick me up, and um, so I was out of the hospital, and I was I was just sitting on the couch, elevating my feet for several days. Okay, while I was in the hospital, there's a swap meet we go to in Troy if we have something to sell, some chickens or something to sell. We go to the swap meet um, on the first Saturday of the month. Well, that was when I was in the hospital. So, but my wife went anyway, and they brought the five roosters we had, and we sold them to a Mexican guy. He always buys our roosters, and he sells tamales. So he probably uses the roosters for tamales, but that's fine, you know. Well, we sold them, and with the money that they made from selling all five roosters, five or six, roosters. Um, they went ahead and bought a goat. Now, um, it's not just me and my wife on this farm anymore. We got somebody who comes in, helps us with things, and lives here for rent free, and we buy groceries and all that. And all she has to do is just help around the farm. But she also helps around the house. She cooks sometimes. Really, really wonderful blessing we have this person. It was a person who was in an abusive relationship. Somebody I knew from YouTube that I also was friends on Facebook with. And she posted on Facebook, said, I really need someplace to stay as my husband's abusive and I need to get out of this situation. And I said, well, I got an extra room. And I went and told my wife. My wife used to counsel abused women. She used to work at a thing for battered women when we lived in Atlanta. And so she volunteered there. It was part of her work outreach she works for a major insurance company, and they allow their employees to do that kind of work on the side. They still get, I don't know if they get paid or however they work, but she did that. And she answered phones for this woman's shelter, and so my wife is very in tune with that battered woman. She said absolutely, and that, my wife was pretty happy about it. And then the lady came out here. I was surprised she even made it out here because she lives quite a ways away, but she got a ride all the way out here. Came out here with their dog and all her stuff, and we let her have the extra room, and she's been a godsend. Really, really helped us out more above and beyond what I expected. But while my wife was at that swap meet, my wife and our new, I call her a farm hand. She has some of her own animals because we let her buy her own farm animals, and she has space in the garden where she grows stuff too. So she loves it out here. And other than Hilda's a pain in the ass to her, but Hilda's starting to come around, be a little nicer to her. Hilda's bitten her twice. Damn Hilda. But anyway, we're trying to get past that and get Hilda to like her. And Hilda is being a little bit nicer and taking treats from her and stuff. So, yeah, we're getting there. But anyway, I made a little film. You can see our new goat, the goat that my wife bought with the money that they sold the roosters. I've always wanted a goat. My wife's like, no, we're not getting no goats. We're not getting a goat. We're not. And she got me a goat. And I think our new roommate helped pay for it. So that's good too. So anyway, let's watch this little film that I made this morning and see my new goat and a few other things on the farm.
If you can hear something over here, I'll show you. My grass is kind of tall. That's kind of deliberate, but I think it's getting too tall. I need to cut it. Might get the lawnmower out today and drive around and get some grit gas. What do we got over here? Huh? What is this? This is Midnight. Hi, Midnight. Midnight, how you doing, baby? That's Midnight. My wife and our farmhand bought it while I was in the hospital. So I've always wanted those frizzy chickens. Those belong to our farmhand. And my black ducks, are they still in here? They're in here. They've been hanging out in here. They're not locked in there. They got a door they can get in. But the blue ducks, the Swedish ducks, these guys, been bothering, especially the male. He's wanting to hump them all the time. So they just go in there to be safe because the geeseys, they back up those ducks. Those ducks are not part of the flock, I guess. Let's see. Yes, there, Midnight. And here's my turkeys. And this turkey right here, that's my bourbon red. That's Thanksgiving dinner. So we didn't name him. And there's my rooster. We got rid of the other roosters. We sold them all. Or my wife sold them all. And used the money that she sold them to buy this goat. And this goat's name is Midnight. Well, originally the goat's name was Blackie. But I don't think where I live, calling any animal Blackie would be a good thing. Because it's also a derogatory term towards African American or black people, which this community is made up of. Do you want to come out? Come on, Midnight. I'll go follow Midnight around. Where are you going, Midnight? I got my little leash in case I need it. Oh, there's Midnight going over there between the cages. And there's the geese. You're no longer the stars of the show, geese. There's one goose missing. There was 4. We butchered one because that's Christmas dinner. And they were getting older. And you really want to get them when they're young. So 20 weeks, they say, is the max. So it was right at 20 weeks old. Now the goat likes to come in here and eat on that plum tree over there. So he's eating some of the goose food, I think. You better get that guy and tell that girl. Thor not afraid of no geese. Are you, Thor? He don't really chase them too much. He likes the goat. And the goat tolerates him. I don't think the goat totally likes Thor, but let's go check out the goat. We let him out about once a day and let him chew on things. He's eating that's duck food. You're gonna turn into a duck, you know it. It's a good goat, very tame. That goat's not gonna be killed, so don't worry. She's pregnant, so we'll see what she has. So that was a good deal. My wife bought a pregnant goat because, you know, then you're gonna have more goats, guaranteed, hopefully. And that's not guaranteed, but that's still turkey. No, that's a bourbon red. They're supposed to be the best tasting chicken or turkey. So, and there's your Midnight, all black, got horns, and that's the last type of animal I need to get, really, unless we get some quail. But I sold 3 rabbits that we butchered, and for $15 a piece at the farmer's market. You don't need a license to raise and sell duck meat, quail meat, and buffalo meat. Well, I'm not raising no buffalo, so. But that's a state law in Alabama for some weird reason. I don't know anybody in Alabama that raises buffalo, but there could be. Eating up that feed. The geese, they're getting angry at, they don't really chase the goat, though. Hi, Midnight. I don't know if you can see that little tag on its ear. I want to take it off, but take it off safely, so I'm not sure. Thought there was some bleeding from where it got caught on something. Don't really know. Why are you eating that stuff? There's all this vegetation we want you to eat, these weeds. And he wants to eat the goose feed. And the goose are like, why are you eating our food? Why are you eating our food? There's more food, buddy. And Thor's down here. He's a good old boy. Come on, Goaty. All you want to do is hang out in here. Thought about, but I have to build something around these trees to keep the goat from eating these trees. But I have to expand the fence. We could use this area for the goat. Put a little goat house out here. Take that fence out and put that on, and then we could expand it for shows. But yeah, weeds have completely taken over my greenhouse. Garden's doing all right. I got a lot of okra in the garden. Come on, goat. Let me just put a leash on the goat. Take the goat for a little walk. We can actually walk the goat. Old Thor, he's just sitting here relaxing, hanging out with the ducks or the geese and the geese don't like you, do they, Thor? You don't care. Come on, Thor, you're in my way. So I got this little leash here. It's just a, you got a little goat collar. They sell those at Tractor Supply. Come on, guy. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go, 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 go.
So you see the goat, it's a very tame goat. As you can see, we let it out once or twice a day to go out and chew on weeds and stuff. And she does. Certain weeds, she loves these little sticker weeds that I hate. They stick to you and poke through your glove and everything. And they just grow in places you don't want them to grow. And that goat eats them up too, so that's a good thing. And goats will eat poison ivy too. I can use the goat to help clear up more of the back area, but she's pregnant, and so we really don't want to. Let her eat just anything because I don't want her getting parasites while she's pregnant. Goats are susceptible to parasites. She's a Nigerian dwarf, which their milk has the highest fat content of any goat milk. And if you're going to make cheese and soap with the goat's milk, you need to you need the high fat content. So I want to make goat cheese, though we did milk her a little bit, but she's starting to produce milk because she's pregnant. So I don't know. They got some milk from her, and they made my wife and our new roommate, or I call farmhand. I can't say the person's name because some of you know who that is, and I think she wants her privacy. Doesn't want her ex-husband finding out where she's at anyway. So just keeping her out of my videos and her name out of my mouth so that you won't know who it is. Most of you probably don't know who this person is, but some of you do. And so, unless she volunteers the information out, then that's the only way it's going to be. So our house is kind of like a battered woman shelter too, which, yeah, it's a good thing. Always good to help someone. And this person's helping us more than we're helping her, believe it or not, because she helps out with the animals. She's really good with animals, and she takes care of the rabbits. That's the only responsibility I gave her. I said, you take care of the rabbits, because she bought herself a couple rabbits at the auction, because we go to auctions too sometimes. There's a livestock auction. I forgot how to speak. That we go to second Saturday of the month. We didn't go this month because we really don't have any needs right now. Though I would like to get some more goats, but we've got to build some more pens. You don't want to keep the males and females together unless you want them openly breeding all the time, which, might be okay. We can always sell baby goats for extra cash for extra builds. So I do have to do a lot more building to build my goat pavilion. Right now it's in the dog kennel that we bought for Hilda because Hilda kept attacking our roommates. We bought that uh, dog kennel, but now it's a goat kennel. But we need something bigger for the goat. But for now, I'll probably keep her in there till she has her babies at least. I'm probably going to clean it tomorrow if my wife's able to help out. And then we got to butcher some more rabbits. We butchered some rabbits, I think 5 of them. We kept 2. One was already cooked. Our farmhand cooked one of them, and I'm going to cook the other one, make tamales or something with it, or pozole. And then, but I had 3 that we put in a vacuum seal and vacuum seal bags. And I sold them at the farmer's market. Sold all 3 of them, $15 a piece. That's pretty good. I could probably sell them for more, but 15 is fair price. So, anyway, you guys all have a good day and a better tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed seeing my new goat.